Springfield College men's and women's lacrosse teams both came out with big wins this past weekend. The women's team beat MIT 17-4. Connie Nielsen had 4 goals and Ann Versprelli made 5 saves. Overall, 6 different players finished the game with at least 3 points each. The men came out with a 13-5 win over Wheaton Saturday afternoon. Dylan Sheehan had 4 points and Bryce Sorelli made 3 goals and Connor Nash had 14 saves. The Pride improved to 6-2 on the season. On Saturday, the men will travel to Cambridge to take on MIT, and the women will travel to Babson College. We wish them the best of luck. The Springfield College softball team fell short by 1 point to Western Connecticut in their home opener doubleheader and ended the second game in a tie. Melissa Nelson was 5 for 8 with 2 runs batted in. Nelson went 3 for 4 in the first game and 2 for 4 in the second game. The second game was tied 4-4 in the 8th inning, but was called due to darkness. The Pride play again on Friday in a doubleheader hosting Smith. March Madness has been filled with exactly what the title states, madness. This year has been anything less than exciting, and now there are only 4 teams left. I took a look into the tournament and Saturday night's Final Four game. Let's check it out. With only 4 teams left and 2 games to decide who will play in the championship, Saturday night will be nothing less than exciting. For each of these teams have waited all year for a chance to play in this game, and they can see the champion trophy in the distance. Number 1 Florida will take on UConn, and number 2 Wisconsin takes on Kentucky. Each team has proved themselves to be the best thus far, but anything can happen, as we've seen this year in the tournament. This year has been shocking and disappointing to many fans, and forget about making a bracket. After just the first round, many fans said goodbye at their chance of having a winning bracket. Top-seeded teams such as Syracuse and Duke found themselves out early in the tournament to much lower-seeded teams, and teams like Mercer, Dayton, and Stanford made it farther than expected. This year, March Madness earned its name and taught fans to never underestimate any team. As for Saturday night, the Huskies have a chance to beat the Gators. Each of these teams has incredible defense, so the offense is where the magic will have to happen. In order for the Huskies to win, they have to be able to shut out Patrick Young, making the Gators rely only on 3-point shots from Scotty Wolpkin. For Kentucky to beat Wisconsin, they need to be able to make defensive rebounds and stop Frank Kaminsky. Stay tuned for more coverage of the NCAA Division I men's basketball Road to the Championship. For SCTV3, I'm Candace Tibbetts. In other NCAA basketball news, a longtime member of the Duke staff will become the head coach to replace Marquette's head coach Buzz Williams. Steve Warchowski was named to be their next head coach, and Warchowski has been on the Duke staff since 1999 and was promoted to associate head coach in 2008. He also played for the Blue Devils basketball team from 1994 to 1998. We wish him the best of luck at Marquette. Well, baseball season has kicked off Sunday night into Monday, and our very own Logan Mullen has given his opinion on what to expect this season. Let's take a look.
Arguably the best time of the year is upon us again, MLB Opening Day, where all sports fanatics feel like kids on Christmas Day as each team is presented a clean slate and they all have 162 chances to describe what they'd like into it. Here are my rapid-fire thoughts on how this season will pan out. In the American League East, I think the defending champ Red Sox will yet again take first, followed by Baltimore, Tampa Bay, New York, and Toronto. In the Central, my guess is that Detroit will take the division, followed by Kansas City, Cleveland, Minnesota, and Chicago. In the West, I'll take Oakland, Texas, Seattle, LA, and Houston. Shifting gears to the National League, in the East, I believe Washington will be at the top, followed by Atlanta, Philly, New York, and Miami. In the Central, I think St. Louis will be at the top, then Cincy, Pittsburgh, Chicago, and Milwaukee. And finally in the West, I'll go Arizona, LA, San Francisco, San Diego, and Colorado. With the snow finally melted and baseball starting again, we have reached the best time of the year. And per usual, it will be exciting to see everything develop. I'm not going to make playoff predictions quite yet, because my concern right now is just taking in 9 innings each night after a 5-month hiatus. For SCTV3, I'm Logan Mullen.
Well, that is all I have for you for sports this week. I'm Candace Tibbetts. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.
Do it for us. We'll be back next Thursday night, same time, same place. For everybody behind the scenes, for Bree Hill, for Katie Benoit, Candace Tibbetts, and Kyle Pegalo, I'm Alex Thomas. That'll do it for us. Once again, we'll see you next Thursday, 8 p.m. sharp.